All right, looks like we're set up. Give me a second while I get things going. Share this out. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, that's posted. Let's show my P&L here. Oh, it shows it here. Okay. Still getting used to this new terminal. All right. All right. I've got 100K account loaded up here. So it should be fun. I bought a position here on BTC. Currently long. You see my positions down here at the bottom. Yeah, I'm trading a crypto prop right now. It's a 100K account, so I'm trying to pass the evaluation. I gotta hit 10K. I'm just switching things up. They just like dropped the prices like crazy, so I was like, all right, well, I might as well just buy a 100K account, see if I can really do this. When is that sale? The sale. I think it's like they're testing out a new pricing. Like I don't think that there's like a end date in sight. I think they're testing out a new pricing. I'm guessing because the market's been so weird lately that they had to bring down pricing just to, you know, meet demand. That's my guess. Yeah, okay. This is what I wanted to do because I was just checking out open interest and I'm checking out the liquidity levels on BTC right now. So I'm trying to see where demand is kind of coming in. It looks like open interest is staying high. I'll bring this up right now, but I'm in this position here. I entered at 77.4 on 2 BTC at 5x leverage. So we'll see if we can get that moving. Yeah, this is what I was looking at. So, um, BTC, you can see here, like, when these prices are moving up, you can see, like, pretty sharp downturns on the open interest, which to me, that means that obviously, like, there's a lot of people getting liquidated on these moves. Like, on this upside candle, you see open interest drop like crazy. So I'm guessing that, like, judging by that, that means that that push liquidated a bunch of shorts, right? That were probably positioned around 76.5 or 77 or whatever. Probably 77 because it hit 77 on this candle. So, like, shorts are getting liquidated. Open interest came down quite a bit, but it's been slowly rising back up. If like I pull, and this is on the hourly, but if I pull it up to the day, you can see, like, open interest is kind of grinding up, consolidating, kind of making a move, but whenever it pulls back, usually open interest drops hard too, because longs are getting liquidated, like here on that big drop in October, again in November, again in February. You know, like, all the major pullbacks over the last few months have resulted in significant drops on open interest. So I don't know. Right now, judging by open interest staying high in BTC daily, like, we got a hammer candle on the 23rd. It doesn't look bad. Like, and then I'll pull up the liquidation heat map. So right now we're trading in a gap. There's major liquidity sitting around 76.7 and around 78.1, 78.2. So right now we're kind of in a chop zone. I'm judging because there's so much liquidity sitting up here around 78, like 78.200. I think that we're gonna push up there, but this is just the 24-hour. We could take a look at the weekly. Weekly says like 78.4. And above, like, there's a shelf here around 79, obviously, and then significant volume just below that low on the 23rd, which would be like around 74. There's a bunch of resting long liquidity there too. But still, on the weekly, you can see, like, we're trading in a gap. Monthly, you know, ugly. We've been pulling back down to all significant. There's like a shit ton of liquidity sitting here at 75.7. I'm honestly surprised we didn't test this liquidity shelf around 73.9, but, you know, we got that pretty big spike up, and you know, we rebounded, I think, just over 30%. So now we're sitting in another gap. Like, if we can get above 79, then we should have another shot at 85.90, and then that's where I'd be looking for a significant pullback. But for now, like, we're kind of in just a no man's land of liquidity. Like, liquidity's, it's honestly better off. You're better off looking at the shorter time frames right now. Like, right here, like, there's no, you can tell there's like nothing here. Look at this gap. There's no liquidity intensity all the way between 77 and 78, pretty much. It's just like a dead zone for liquidity. So that's why I'm, like, moving over to open interest right now, because open interest seems to tell a better story. And kind of gives me a better idea of what I think might happen here. If liquidity, like, if this does pull back though, and let's say it breaks below 77, then you could probably see another big open interest fall off. And like, the way that I look at it is like this. Follow me if you can here. Let me know if, wait, actually, like, am I just rambling right now, or am I making a coherent thought? Because sometimes when I've had a little bit too much caffeine, I start to just yap. Let me know if I'm making sense right now. And then I'll move into what my idea is for going forward. Because in my opinion, the open interest staying this high is not necessarily a good thing. Savvy, you say, well, I knew you'd understand me. You know me when I'm even when I'm Savvy, you know, regardless, I could be hammered right now and you'd probably get what I'm putting down. Hey Milo, what are you doing? Come chill with me. I've been looking at like some other really cool traders that I met in Dubai and Singapore last year that, you know, are high volume, like big, like whale traders, you know, and how that they go about looking at open interest and analyzing it going into the market, and how like it'll affect price action going forward. Right now, like it seems like the general consensus is that the open interest staying up this high isn't a good thing, because all that's going to be doing is like, it's like they lowered their leverage and they're willing to take on more risk. But once that, like, if we get a bad drop, then there's going to be a lot of liquidity that gets taken out, which could lead to like a really bad red day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll just add fuel to the fire. If all these liquidations happen at once, then there's going to be nothing holding it up to push it back up or rebound. So there could be like a significant fall. And like you have to think about it too. Like, we've already bounced like 30%. So if we bounce like 30%, people are still long. I think they're trying to look for that 90K level, like, or 86, 87. And if they're all holding even at lower leverage, but they're taking on more risk, then they're going to get out of the trade. They probably won't buy back in, and there's going to be way less liquidity on the way down to stop the move to the downside. So like, open interest right now, there's 25 billion, 23.4 just on perps, 1.5 billion on futures, and then you can see like all of it, like almost 1.5% increase on open interest today. So, and this is majority on Binance, Bybit, OKX, and then it goes down. Kraken's got some too, but that's my thought process here. Like, from looking at everything, judging by liquidity, like, we have a decent amount here, but it could just be because bulls are taking on a little bit more risk than they normally do. Because on most of these drops, you know, we usually get a pretty big pullback on open interest. On these push ups now, though, we're getting a big drop. Like the most recent one on the 23rd or 23rd, we pushed, liquidated a bunch of open interest, so there's a bunch of shorts, and when we got over 74. So that's why I think we've been consolidating over 74 or 77 for a while here, because a good amount of short interest got liquidated that day. And now we're just going to continue chopping in this zone before we inevitably make the move up to 77 or 78. This is a 15-minute, but we'll bring it out to the hourly. The hourly has a 1 hour fair value gap that's formed here around 77.4. That's why I just took that trade on the long side. So I'm going to be looking for it to continue to the upside here. I'm looking for this liquidity level above. And it's nice V-shaped recovery here on the 4 hour too. And if I pull it back even further to the daily, let me see, one sec. This is what we're looking at, right? So the 236, if we do from local lows to all-time highs and we put our fibs down, we bounce up to 236. I wanted to see it hit the 85, like this 85 at the 0.382. And I think the ultimate target here in the short to medium term would be 93K, like 92K here at the 0.5. Whether or not we're going to get that, I am not sure right now, but the daily doesn't look bad. Like, this hammer that formed off of the trend line looks good. Open interest staying high, theoretically in normal markets, would be a good bullish sign too. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird spot right now. I feel like it's a good spot to be long, but maybe on not high leverage, especially if you're swinging for multiple days. and be kind of wary if we do break down, the drop could be like monstrous, which also has me thinking like I feel like a lot of these longs that are taking on more risk are just betting on that Trump gets this deal done with Iran, and that's going to be the catalyst for another leg up, right? So if this deal does get done this week, which I'm leaning on it probably not getting finalized this week, but who knows? One post from him can, I feel like actually, honestly though, at this point, because we've seen so many of the posts where he like claims that it's done and the deal's done and they've had these great talks. I don't know if that's going to do it. I think we're going to need to hear from like all parties at once that they've reached a deal, that they're going to, there's going to be a ceasefire, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure where that's going to... 18 minutes through the sale. What do you mean, Rizzle? My bad. What do you mean 18 minutes through the sale? That's just yeah, like that's my idea. I think we're gonna need to hear like multiple governments confirming that the ceasefire is in place and that they've reached a deal between the Pakistani mediators, and then we'll actually get like a concrete answer. Like, is it done? Is it not done? Is he just saying that to pump markets, or what's the deal? We got all the big tech earnings out of the way too. So, I mean, Bitcoin is kind of the only thing that, like, it silently overperforms, which I don't think a lot of people kind of take into consideration. Like, we did bottom around 59K. We're back up to 77. That's a sizable increase, but it falls in line with what you would think dead cat bounce in a bear market would look like. It's commonplace to have like 20-30% rallies in the midst of a broader bear market. So this shouldn't, like, unless we can confidently reclaim 88, 90K, then I wouldn't say that this bear market is done, in my opinion, and a lot of others. But the FUD is indeed palpable. I don't know. I honestly, like, I know a lot of people are making decent money on options trading news right now, but crypto, it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass, especially over, like, since October. Since that event, that liquidation event from Binance, liquidity in the market just hasn't been the same. Like, I think the real reason behind that is like any serious fund manager can't risk putting a sizable amount of investment into an asset that can drop, that can like have a clerical error that will drop the asset by 50% in 10 seconds or in a millisecond, like what happened on October 10th or 15th. I think it was 10th. So yeah, I think it was the 10th. So yeah, I don't know, like, liquidity is not the same. There's still a lot, but it's not what it was when we were really pushing above 100K. And now we're kind of stuck in limbo. Yep. Yeah, I've dabbled in it a little bit. For me, it doesn't really fit. I mean, maybe soon enough they'll put a higher leverage on SPY and SPX and some of the stocks and stuff like that, so that maybe you can make a higher R&R trade on it. But for right now, like, if I was gonna play them, I'd just play options because it offers the better risk to reward. You can make a lot more money off of smaller, like, if you have a decent understanding of price action and you want to kind of play news, then futures isn't bad through crypto. Even the tokenized stocks and some crypto exchanges. Yeah, no, like BTCC, even Blowfin has added a lot. A lot of them have added tokenized stocks are going to be, I mean, it was the number one topic. That and stablecoins were like the number one topic of conversation at Token 2049, the massive crypto conference in Singapore in October. I was there and like it was every speaker, every like um thing that was really being pushed hard was stable coins and tokenized stocks. So I'd be surprised to see any of them offering 150x on a tokenized stock though. Like on Bitcoin for sure. But normally like I've seen relatively low offerings on leverage for tokenized stocks. Yeah, the gambling aspect on 0DTs is just a lot. It's a lot easier to get away with that. This is pretty stale right now though, so I might move on to something else. Breakout has a pretty good list of coins to trade even with the alts, so Render's performing well today. Near's got a lot of volume in the last little bit. Near up 14% in the last 24 hours. Render up 12%, so that's another AI. These like AI themed tokens and coins have really been performing well over the last month. Near, Render here. Tau is up again today, 3.3%. Tau kind of being the number one AI coin. Virtual up 5%. WLD, I believe, is an AI leaning coin. I might be wrong on that though. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, it seems like the real movers here are these crypto AI coins. Pumping again here. Give me 2 seconds. Dog's crying at something. What's up, Papa? You okay? Should have known. Milo just wanted to go out in suntan, as always. Even with the this is how much this guy runs my life. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe taking a play on this right now. Only shitty thing is max leverage that you can do on these altcoins is 2x on Breakout. Yeah, SpaceX, like they're doing the early listings. They'll definitely be OpenAI for that for that IPO too. They'll tokenize those too on all the major exchanges most likely. I know it's honestly probably like 100% chance they do. Render looks pretty bullish too. This one's up 12% on the day. Yeah, that's why I kind of like hesitated to hop on today because of the holiday. You know, when New York isn't open, volume tends to be shit, but I figured I'd try it anyway. We did have like a decent amount of volume. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I was trading a little bit last night and volume was kind of shit. 1000x leverage on gold is fucked. You have to get like those contract, like technically futures contracts on gold are already leveraged. So imagine, like, that's insane. 1000x is so funny to me. That's like literally like, that's like trading gambler heroin. Like, can you think of something that would be more? I can't talk too much. I used to have a lot of fun trading. I trade on BingX and I'd use, or actually no, Mexi, and I'd do 200x on Solana and trade the 1 minute chart. That was like my roulette pretty much. It's like gamble red or black, up or down, and that's it. And on 200x, like, you can make some good money really quickly, or you can lose a lot really quickly, is what I ended up learning. So 500x on S&P too, or SPA. BingX isn't sadly it's not available in Canada, so I kind of get fucked on that. That's why I'm using Blowfin mostly. But like, I also use BTCC for tokenized stocks. Like, BTCC has a good list of tokenized assets in commodities and everything like that, and you can use up like higher leverage on those. Yeah, Mexi fucked me over with a couple of things. Like, I was a partner with them for a little bit, and wouldn't give me the money we agreed upon, and I found some of the liquidity to be kind of shady. Like, a lot of the times, if you had a stop or a long on, you'd get liquidated like to the cent. So I just had to move on from them because I didn't like how they did business, and there's a lot of like really bad horror stories with Mexi, so I'll never recommend them. What's that? I never heard of that. It's like a service to get like a universal ID or something like that. What is it, like a VPN for? I gotta get this beard shaved off. Oh, this background music's giving me a headache. Yeah, BTC is not moving for shit right now. I've been down like $200 for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You get residency there for 1 year and you can keep. Huh? No shit. You just like pay for residency for her. Where's Palau? Is that? I'm guessing that's a country. It's a country in Oceania. Damn, I'm looking at the pictures on Google right now. I think I'd rather live there just instead of. I'll just go get a residency there permanently and live there. Holy shit, this is beautiful. Looks like the Maldives. Close to the Maldives, I'm guessing. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's close to the Philippines and New Guinea. $250 to pass KYC anywhere you want. Yeah, that's not bad. I was actually like pretty close to this island a couple months ago. I never heard of anything like that before. That's cool as fuck. I might actually do that. I might actually do that. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. $250 to get residents anywhere. It's not bad. Open interest dropping a little bit with this red candle, but I don't know. I'm gonna stay in my long for now because I don't really see any. I don't see any real reason to flip. It's not like it's moved that much. I'm debating opening up a trade on near or render. I feel like I kind of want to short hype as well, but I kind of missed the boat on this. I wanted to short it last night, pussied out. I think it comes down to like around 50 from here, maybe lower, 46, 47. I think this hype train is gonna die off. I didn't realize like this near coin has had some serious upswings. As high as $10, like $9. This could be, if this holds up, this could go like to $5 from here, but it's a pretty big breakout. It was sitting at $1.50 for a while, but it's almost up 100% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days. In a week, it's almost up 100%. It's screaming short to me. I feel like this isn't a bad play to, like, I might grab just a small short on this. This new terminal on Breakout is beautiful, honestly. Works great. I put it in a limit order to short 10,000 near at 272. So around $27,000 position. At 2x leverage, so nothing high. Oh, I filled. Not bad. Now I got a long on Bitcoin running and short on near. I need to get a better desk chair. This shit is killing my back. Good. I feel like I picked a boring ass time to hop on in the market. I guess there's 15 minutes ago ish a bearish fair value gap formed on inverse fair value gap on Bitcoin. Oh shit, I guess, okay, my entry on Bitcoin is a little bit higher than I realized. 77.5, I thought it was in at 77.4. I didn't get a great fill on that. Maybe I'll, honestly, shit's moving so slow right now. Maybe I'll end the stream and then come back on for when futures open tonight. Maybe get some more action, a little bit more action packed for us here, because this is like watching paint dry. I don't think it's the most entertaining content that we could be, that I could be making right now, but I'll wait another like 5-ish minutes. If nothing happens, then I'll hop off for a bit. I don't know, my camera quality seems so shitty the last couple days. I feel like it's not picking up. It might be the green screen, honestly, or maybe I'm sitting too far away. My plan would be I'll just hop back on YouTube Live, and I usually dual live stream. Yeah, I'm thinking about kind of doing the same thing. I'll post a link later. I'll hop on YouTube and X at the same time. We'll go live, and maybe when futures open, we get a little bit better price action to trade. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. I'll hop on for when New York futures open, and then we'll try and get something going. For right now, I just have the near short open at 272, and I have the Bitcoin long open at 77.5. So hold those two positions for now, and then I'll hop back on in about 3 hours or 2.5 hours for futures open, and then we'll see if some liquidity comes in, because right now this is like watching paint dry. I should if you're watching on X, it would be on vertical. If you're watching on YouTube, it would be full screen. I have a tab open with it on YouTube right now. I don't know what, like, unless you live stream directly through Twitter, I feel like they downgrade because I'm using a third party streaming app that it downgrades the quality going on to Twitter, but it should be fine on YouTube. Actually, it kind of looks like shit on YouTube right now too, now that I look at it. It doesn't look high res on YouTube for whatever reason. Maybe I have to mess with my settings or something. It does not look the best. Holy shit, yeah, I didn't even know. I use OBS Studio or Streamlabs, and I can only do 2 at a time. I might try that out. I didn't know that you could use Rumble to stream like that. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I will. You're coming with all the good advice today, Rizal. Thank you for coming into this thing. I had no idea that you could do that. Between that and the ID thing is pretty cool. It's free and you can stream to like 7 sites with one stream, so it's just a little delay. Yeah, and that's pretty regular. There's always usually a smaller delay, like a small delay. Huh. Okay. I'll try that out. I'm always looking for like newer things to test it out. I was gonna try stream. I wish like that's a good idea because I'd want to stream on X, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at the same time. That would be ideal. That'd be super ideal. TikTok's a pain in the ass though. You have to have 1,000 followers to stream from a third party, or else you have to stream directly from the app, which is stupid. But I feel like YouTube is the best for trading live streaming, in my opinion, but there are people that have big audiences on Twitch too. Yeah, that's what makes it a pain in the ass. Like, you can stream from desktop on TikTok, but it's like you have to just stream directly through TikTok. And if I'm using my camera for that, I can't use Streamlabs at the same time. So it's like you have to make the decision of which platform you want to trade on. But yeah, I'll post a link later. Have a good day, bro. I'm gonna hop off now and then hop back on for futures when they open up.